As me 11 see okay. Eti emfansia na Awal Mohammed enso nto aso kakra mfa my. Awal.
Sergio anope ya.
Bouncer e the message bi eba e the maw. Na menim se mehu no ha sisi a. Awal Mohammed analyzing the Madrid game is always the same every day. The opponent is a favorite. Hey. Basa Bekum Awal Bouncer, the ultimate scaffold. Achimota new overhead about. Obi on Madrid Bebobia opponent in your favorite
baby,
because of your love for
Barcelona. And yet the Biana opponent be favorite. Because when Madrid were meeting Juve, I knew Madrid were the favorite.
Yeah,
and they ended up beating them when they met by Dortmund. So Sergio, that was it. But we a more fancied PSG side are more recent European champions. So a normal headel no a tough kakra. But that doesn't mean say Real Madrid intimate PSG and free. That doesn't mean say Real Madrid intimate PSG.
Okay.
They can also beat PSG in tonight's game. So you I bet to just say pay 75 million euros. Deal done, sealed, completed. Victor Osimhen to Galatasaray. So you go anopeya na it was meant say Abdullah Kavuku, who appears to be the vice president of Galatasaray. Echo Italy and anopeya any Napoli no more kodin komo na final lapses no for Gala and then Victor Osimhen omone na wie personal terms no niaka in between Napoli and the club Galatasaray and the na indications are woman say Galatasaray for train Emma date 15th June edrua Sergio ka figure no ebesa kobe 100 million euros. So Victor Osimhen initially told Galatasaray entourage say omunyantem no munyade no because already Aurelio De Laurentiis they were passing the verdict say so Osimhen say omwa he doesn't have a problem. But Galatasaray for only train ma didn't do 15th of July yeah month here woman Sergio ka deal no be do around 100 million euros. So deal signed, sealed and delivered. Now Victor Osimhen is completely Galatasaray player. After say last season Ekobo loan Eko the top scorer Timi Bo Momo winning the Turkish Cup and of course the Turkish Super League no Victor Osimhen Galatasaray were impressed with the performance and said yo Onwasa passing a verdict say he wants to remain in Europe. He still fancies playing in Europe's top elite division of club football like UEFA Champions League. That's the reason why I rejected huge offer from Al Hilal of Saudi Arabia. So Victor Osimhen is set to remain in Europe with the adventure no air to also our Galatasaray. Sergio Ababe told us Sunderland so ameki another signing of Reinildo Mandava, former player of Lille, or make him move to Atletico Madrid. Sergio Obia Otasha Atletico Madrid pa onim defender here mekan wasem left-footed. Sergio Major say Ghana for be brem person bekai this guy. He was the one who scored the final goal. Amwa meyan timian qualify ever recent AFCON eko ya. Richard Fori en timian chebono. After the second corner no taking no Sergio this was the guy Reinildo Mandava who scored the final header. A mark game no ended 2-2 between the Black Stars of Ghana and the Los Mambas of Mozambique. The last year's AFCON. Ama yen timian progressi anko the group beyond the group stages of the AFCON. So he's set to join Sunderland after say Walivu Atletico Madrid at 31 years. But Sergio, the problem nini Sunderland omu ye new to almost about into the Premier League. Yes, omu wa almost signing Habib Diarra from Senegal in a record transfer fee of almost 30 million pounds. Almost signing Noah Sadiki of DR Congo. And Sergio almost signing Reinildo Mandava of Mozambique. Sergio, all these guys are making once omu nations are qualified for AFCON. And Sergio AFCON Beshas here December this year now end January. And that is where baby a league ne book. So imagine Nansen how the teams so move free championship eba premiership now. Do Mosako. Because Burnley came, Leeds United came, they went. Shed the season I chem ya. Omo free championship by and said, "Yo man, Mosako." Oka Ipswich Town, Oka the likes of Southampton and Leicester City. And said, "Yo for Sunderland as a club for almost 6-7 years, no money Premier League. Moba and almost make purchases of African guys. Said, "Yo Moba, they are likely to command starting lineup." And in a place and our time, AFCON, ebeba, so now you are going to miss these key players. Say you, ebe how mo? Because a do baby a league ni book a do December January that is where baby a league ni book yet me determine who gets the chance to win the league and those who survive relegation. So yana those times so a very very key that incident, you know. So you the new general manager of Kano Pillars, Mika Ahmed Musa, the board, the entourage and the governor of Kano State a meeting. Now in his resolve what he kind to just say he wants to make sure that the club ever return it back to the glorious days of how they were meant to be. So yo oka Nigerian kasa as a nation omoka one of the countries are any national rivalry say be a club football Nigeria ni bi say ni bi a okọ ha kotokone house wo e bi a okọ at okọ e bi a Egypt ubenya Senegal Zamalek Ali e bi a okọ South Africa ubenya Kaizer Chiefs omumu ni bi inti ya no mo clubs no edidem you see the dominance of say be a way bar no akwa kotiada e be a Rivers United but no akwa kotiada so they don't have something of that sort. And honestly Kano Pillars were one of the successful sides in Nigeria where omo Champions League make at a point in time omo eliminate Nadi Alali with Coach Malik Jabir on the touchline for them. But the Omo performance na kwa work from Kakra. But now with the coming in of Ahmed Musa, he has promised obe elevated the team no na one team no aba back to Omo glorious days how they used to be. And then women's half kono twas with the second group games, you know. Yebehu Zambia playing against Senegal. And Zambia gave us a very taste of their good performance during the first game. The opening game between Omoni Morocco no. But an opponent, you know, so another tricky opponent in the shape of Senegal. Because Senegal is also one of the nations, as I say, amongst women's football, they won 4-0 against DR Congo in their first game. And I think it's an easy game for Coach Nora Hoptel and the charges, you know. But she has two ladies depending on because these are the deadly attackers that she has. Meka Barbara Banda and of course Rahel Kudananji and I think said these ladies ebetimi aboa Coach Nora Hoptel now prosecuted the agenda by beating Senegal. For Morocco meeting DR Congo is likely to be the weakest team within the group. And Morocco actually said they are also one of the rising forces from the last edition when they were losing finalists. Tough game against Zambia, but they managed to make sure some equalizer I acquire 2-2. So I fancy the Moroccan team also beating DR Congo. And then the second round of group games now. So you know Carlos Alcaraz, very swift, very simple. 3 sets were so simple. Arena Sabalenka na nihuche no kakra, but she managed to come back strongly against Laura Sigmund.
Cameron Norrie, Omani is simple marker.
You know Timino.
Yeah, Omani is simple.
Like
yes, competition.
Yes, Asema SSM Canon, Untimino. Me medical and passing me verdict say Carlos is the man to beat in this year's Wimbledon. So that's it.
Okay, in the area Nimusene, Yannick Sinner. And Djokovic. Djokovic. Other semi-finals.
Yeah.
Na nyami adma Sunday. Yehundi obekona fe Alcaraz and Djokovic. Ako finals.
Possible.
Yeah, possible.
Say last 2 editions of one or finals.
Yes.
So
it's possible. All right. Enti na enonso eno Awal Mohammed minim say wia you behwe hin ne was it under 20
yes black satellites
okay all right but e be wi na 20
ye mienu ene na aka mienu ai no so e be ye
all right